Hey everyone, so today I'm going to do a reading for my friend Rob, um, which I'm pretty excited about doing. I'm also got a haircut today, finally, so I don't look like I have a bush growing on my head as much. It's still not quite tame yet, but anywho. Okay, so today I thought I would do an opening of the key, Operation 1, for this person, for my friend. Um, so that I would be able to review for you the stuff we did in the last video, as well as give um, Rob a good reading. Okay, so I already shuffled, invoked all that business, or rather, I've invoked and shuffled, and I've divided them into the 4 piles. So your fire pile is the 5 of Cups, water pile is the Hierophant, air is the 6 of Cups, and the earth pile is the Chariot. Now, oddly enough, when I cut these, there ended up being more cards in the air and earth piles than there were the fire and water piles. So it seems that you're more focused down here. Also, bear with me, my allergies today are something awful. So if I sneeze a lot, I apologize. Oh, God. Not attractive. But anywho. Okay. So to start, you're sort of feeling a bit down. Your energy is concentrated around the 5 of Cups, which of course, as you know, is the Lord of Disappointment, not really feeling like things are giving you the emotional result you want. And so your sort of reaction to that, that sort of almost pessimism, is the Hierophant, which is interesting. And either this is, maybe you're, in order to deal with that, those feelings of disappointment, you're turning to, learning things. You're sort of preoccupying yourself with maybe branching out and learning more about tarot and esotericism, or philosophy, because I know you like that too. Um, there's some sort of element of turning to academia in a way as sort of a panacea for this. And the actual result of that is that does make you very, very happy. That feels very right to you. And perhaps, this fire pile shows that you were doing something that you weren't too happy with before, and now you feel more on track as far as being emotionally right. Um, and so the overall outcome for this is the Chariot, which shows that I think you feel that you have taken more control in this situation, as far as doing what you want to do and what makes you happy. Putting the skills that you have to good use, and sort of getting over this. I don't see this as really relevant anymore. Okay, so I'm just going to, I don't know, I think you're going to be in one of these piles. And I chose the Prince of Wands for you because you are a Leo. And you're not in the air pile. Let's check water for kicks. I mean, earth, excuse me. And you're not in, oh, you are in earth. Okay. So you're under primarily the influence of the Chariot and this feeling of success, motivation, having a purpose and direction, that sort of thing. Okay, so if we spread them out, okay. So you are over here. I'm going to try to back this up a little bit more so that you can see better. This is always hard to do on camera, but anywho, so you are here, and I think you're... Well, that's interesting. I think it shows you as someone who is very adept and skillful and smart. You're just a very smart person, and you. I mean, you're surrounded by the magus, and I don't know. I think you come across as very eloquent, which you do, and again, just you're a very bright person. The thing is, you're sort of either there's I can't decide if this is there's a man next to you, the Knight of Cups, and I can't tell if he is someone who isn't all that impressed with you, or you don't feel that he is, or there's something about him that isn't quite comfortable for you. Um, I don't know, maybe that'll be clearer. It could just represent your general ambitions and the fact that maybe you don't listen to them as much because they seem too idealistic or something like that. And sort of to reiterate that, you do hit the 8 of discs. And it does seem that you want to be practical in whatever you do. You want to be practical in the path that you take, and you want to take control of that growth process and figuring out what you would like to do with your time, your effort, what it is you want to learn exactly. Excuse me. And I think that the the 7 of Swords on the side says that maybe, you know, on some level, other people are influencing that decision, that's not necessarily entirely something that you are that interested in, that sort of practical, down-to-earth type of either job or, I think, direction that you want to take. So from there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it shows you ending up being very bored with that and getting very sort of antsy, I think. Well, on the side, it shows something relatively life-changing happening, which causes you to sort of reevaluate that first practical thing you had wanted to maybe shoot for over here, and you find that it's maybe not really what you want to do as much, and everything that you sort of once liked about it is just not as great as it once was, and you sort of feel maybe angry towards the people who pushed you towards that direction, or influenced you in that way, because you have the Princess of Swords next to it, and it seems like the 8 of Cups is more under that influence than it is the Aeon or Judgment. You're not, I don't know, you're just wildly unhappy about the direction that was going in. It just doesn't satisfy you in any way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's not even relevant. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we hit the next important thing that happens is connected to the Magus here, and this is very, very feisty. I think you sort of make the decision to totally just leave that behind, and because you are a talented person and like I said, a smart person, and so there are other things that you are able to juggle simultaneously, and I think you suddenly just get rid of all that pre-planning and try something different. I think you see the other thing as sort of fake in a way. I'm curious as to what that exactly is. I mean, whatever it is, it seems like it would have been more more structured and more regimented in a way, or it might have been more successful for you, more of an opportunity for you to be in a leadership position, or that, you know, I don't know, because it's sort of paired with the Four of Wands, so which is more like established authority, established success. Um, so I think this moment is more of you sort of experimenting with other things that you're capable of doing. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. But that is sort of, then you hit the Seven of Wands. And this seems, it's really good because you feel sort of liberated from that past way of doing things. You don't feel as tied down. But perhaps, the financial side of it is more difficult. Um, it's now you're sort of struggling to find a new financial income, or source rather, to sort of compensate that change in plans. I feel like by doing what you did, you took a blow to your wallet. It was probably, what you had aimed to do is probably better paying than whatever it is you are doing now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I think that generally, luck is actually more on your side than you may realize. Though I think that you are sort of, I don't know, I get the sense that you're, again, sort of frustrated with it, but maybe, maybe that's not quite right either, because you have the Lust card next to it too. And so it also seems that you, are very excited by the prospects of what's going on around you. That things may be opening up for you, seemingly randomly, and there's just a lot of excitement about where this new course is going to take you. And sort of maybe wanting to rush it a little bit. You're sort of anxious to get it going, I feel. Between the Princess of Swords and Lust, I think, and the Wheel of Fortune itself, there's a lot of intense energy to that really wants to get moving as fast as possible. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we hit the Magus. Okay, again, so and that sort of says that it's really ultimately up to your skills, your particularly communication skills, and your ability to shape your own destiny, which is a really schmaltzy way of explaining this, but I really think that it is saying that you have a lot of ability to make up your mind here and to not really worry about it. I don't know, I think that the financial issue may be the reason you're kind of agitated about getting it going here. But I think it's sort of saying not to really worry about that what you're doing is better suited for you. So now we're going to pair, but I'm going to have to do that in another video, so you can join me for part 2.